Hi students. So in the previous session we have seen the changes which are going to takes place in the adolescence age or at the age of puberty. So that is the increase in height, or it may be the change in body shape, or it may be the change in voice quality, development of sex organs, increase in the activity of the sweat and sebaceous glands, and reaching the intellectual, emotional and mental maturity. So along with this, some characters are going to develop. Those are called secondary sexual characters. So already in the previous lesson we have seen that in male the testes are there, in female the ovaries are there, which are responsible for the production of the male and female gametes respectively. So the testis produces the sperms and the ovaries produces the ova or the eggs. So with respect to this, in girls the breast begins to develop at the puberty age, and in boys begin to grow the facial hairs, that is the mustache and the beards. So as these features helps to distinguish the male and females from each other. So the secondary sexual characters means the characters in boys and girls are going to help us to distinguish the men and women. So that is the development of the breast in the girls and the development of the facial hairs, that is the mustache and the beards in the boys. So these characters are called secondary sexual characters. Along with this, boys also develop the hair on their chest. In the both boys and girls we can see the hair grows under the arms and in the region of above the thighs or in the pubic region. So this development of hairs also the symbol of the reaching the age of adolescence. So the changes which are going to take place at the age of adolescence are completely controlled by some hormones. The changes which are going to take place at the age of adolescence are controlled by the hormones. So hormones are nothing but the chemical substances which are going to be secreted by endocrine glands, or the endocrine system. So the male hormone which is going to change the adolescence character is the testosterone, begins to released by the testis at the onset of the puberty. Okay, so here when the boys reaches the age of the adolescence, at that time the testosterone is going to be released. It will begins to release. So these causes the change in the boys which we have learnt now before. So whatever the secondary sexual characters as well as the development in the body shape, in voice quality, in the height, so all these characters in the boys are going to be developed by the release of the testosterone hormone. So for example, the growth of the facial hairs, the growth of the chest hairs, the growth of the hairs in the underarms as well as in the pubic regions. So these are all because of the release of the testosterone. So once the puberty is reached in girls, so the ovaries begins to produce the female hormones called estrogen. So the female hormone which is going to be released in the girls at the age of the puberty, so that is called the estrogen. So which makes the breast development and that helps in the secretion of the milk secreting glands, or those are called the mammary glands. So they develop inside the breasts. So due to the secretion of, or due to the release of the estrogen hormone, the milk secreting glands or the mammary glands develop inside the breast. So the production of these hormones is under the control of another hormone that is called the pituitary gland. So because of this reason, so all the other glands which are present in our body, either it may be the mammary glands, or it may be the endocrine glands, or it may be the thyroid gland, adrenal gland, whatever the glands, so they are all working under the pituitary gland. That's why the pituitary gland is considered as the master gland or the king of glands. So it is a very important point that at the age of the puberty, whatever the changes are going to take place, that is all because of the release of the hormones. Okay, so this is regarding the secondary sexual characters, and whatever the remaining concept is there, that we will discuss in the next session. Thank you and have a nice day.